Mariane, you're much prettier than Angelina Jolie. Ron, you're okay too, but you're not quite a Brad Pitt, okay? I'm sorry Achol could not be here this evening. She is in South Sudan on a CAS-sponsored medical mission. She was expected to be back, but because her services are so badly needed, she stayed on. So I'll speak for both of us. I'm extremely humble and grateful for this cherished award and for Veahavta's undying support as an active member of CAS. Veahavta has been extremely instrumental in mobilizing the Jewish community and the greater Canadian community in trying to stop the first genocide of the 21st century. We cannot lament how the world stood quietly by over 60 years ago if we cannot speak up loudly for the silent victims of another genocide. Our painful legacy compels us to. I'm honored to share the evening with the other worthy recipients, as they have all actively helped and participated in the Darfur movement. I was once asked, how is it that two doctors have become to lead a human rights advocacy group? And I could only offer a twist in an old saying: we are frustrated lawyers that happen to love the sight of blood. However, CAS would not have been successful without my partnership with Dr. Achol Dor, who is, as I say, on a humanitarian mission. She is a woman who has overcome much adversity to escape her homeland. She is a reservoir of resilience. She is a cauldron of compassion and charisma. She has inspired a national student movement, and she epitomizes all that is fundamentally good. We have a symbiotic relationship as we promote advocacy for the victims of Darfur. I'm honored to share this award with her. I want to gratefully acknowledge my beloved mother, sister, brother, stepfather, brother-in-law for their unswerving support and encouragement. I want to thank my best friend and better half, my wife Iris, for her undying support. Although she may not completely understand how I can come home from the individual tragedies of an emergency department and become preoccupied with a tragedy a half a globe away. I'm not entirely sure if I know. And thanks for my wonderful children, Maor and Chantel, for keeping me grounded and offering me a life consumed with joy. But most of all, I want to dedicate this award to my late father, who in many ways was my hero. His warmth, integrity, kindness, and consummate decency. As I've always said, if I'm only half the man that he was, then I will be twice as good as most men. Here's Dr. Dor. Unbelievable. She made it. She just came back from Sudan. She was on a medical mission, and sorry. Whatever the source of our own trials and tribulations, we cannot be insular in our thinking nor self-absorbed in our feelings. There is an imperfect, needy world crying out for our help. With this in mind, I want to finally honor the survivors, the victims and survivors of this genocide. I want to honor Amira, a 15-year-old girl who was gang raped and left for dead, watching her young brother being bayoneted. I honor Toma, a 9-year-old girl who barely escaped the onslaught of the Janjaweed, returned to a village and found her playmates' corpses lying in the village, only a few moments she was playing with. I want to honor Mohammed, a 16-year-old boy who hid in the bushes and watched his parents' throats being slit. These are true stories. For if we ignore their plight, we are ignorant. If we are complacent, we are complicit. Never again cannot mean faint words in bold print. In the words of Elie Wiesel, Nobel laureate, who said it the best. I swore never to be silent whenever human beings endure suffering and humiliation. We must always take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented, unquote. So I say, let us continue to torment the tormentor. Let us antagonize the apathetic, and let us restore the best there is in humanity. Thank you very much. This was not planned,
Achol,
I
please,
guarantee
yeah.
you.
Good evening. I just came from the airport. I have 2 days from Sudan to arrive here. I arrived at the airport at 6 o'clock, and I lost my luggage. But at last, I'm here. I'm so happy I'm here. And all of you make me proud that the world has good people who care about somebody they don't know. You don't know Sudanese. You never saw them. You just hear about them. And every time, after talk about the problem in Sudan, Dr. Norman is here with me. And I always call myself citizen of the world. Why I do that? Because I went through these problems before in South Sudan. The same Amira went through it. I saw my father being slaughtered. I saw my sister being raped as a young 7 years old. I saw all these things. And I feel the pain, they feel it. And it looked like you feel the pain too, in spite of that you didn't experience it. Thank you for that. Because if we say that we are citizens of the world, we should feel the pain. If you have headache, you don't feel it only in your head. Your whole body ache. And this is what we should feel. If there is anybody on earth having a problem, we should feel that pain. And I think you feel it, and that's why you are here. Thank you for that. Don't forget, I know Sudanese government is strong, but we have a strong will. And one day we will succeed. We will. So please continue to do it. I came from Sudan. It's not a good place, to tell you the truth. It's not. Whether it is in South Sudan or in Darfur, it's a mess. And the government of Sudan will not stop doing this unless you pressure him. So please continue to do that, and thank you.